Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do another Pinterest inspired look, so let's see what we get. So I'm on my my makeup board and trying to not get stuck in like one place. I was finding that I was kind of like sometimes I'll like not scroll enough or scroll too much, and I just kind of scroll around the same stuff too much. So I'm trying to make sure that I continuously grow this board. Okay. Oh my gosh. I love her. I'm obsessed with her. She does everything so cool. Um, Yet again, we have an eyebrow covering uh, picture. I think she shaves her eyebrows off, which honestly so much easier. But yeah, so this is going to be the look that we do. I think let me change my brightness so you can see it a little bit better. So it's really cool, got this really cool shape going on with the eyes. The lashes are just insanely beautiful. I hope I can find some lashes that um, do this look justice. And then lots of dots. I don't have a dotting tool, but I can use a brush for that. And then just some really beautiful blush going on. Um, I think this is going to make my face look really large because there's a lot of blush going on right here. But that's okay. She always serves it with the looks, so I hope I do. I hope I do her look justice. So, so I'm going to put my face on and block my brows for this off camera so that you don't have to worry about watching that. And then we'll come back and try to get this eye shape going. Boo. Yeah, it's alarming and very egg-like. Also, sorry that I have a lot of my crochet stuff right here. Um, I'm in the middle of several projects, and some of them I can't really move right now, so that's where they are because that's where I film a lot of my crochet content. If you didn't know, I do have a crochet channel. It is Ian is a Weirdo. Pretty self-explanatory. But I will put the link to that channel if you really to go check that out. No pressure though. So I'm gonna go pretty light under my eyes and for my highlight because I want this to have a lot of high contrast, and then I also really need um, I, I feel like I'm gonna really need some shaping done with my other face products so that I don't look like just hugely wide. So I'm gonna take the lightest of the three Milani concealers that I use, and I'm gonna kind of see where she kind of applies. So she's got a lot of the blush coming into here, but I'm gonna bring everything kind of in a little bit more. It's really in, but whatever. And then the nose is snatched. And all of this is going to be reinforced by um, the powders and everything that we put on top. But really want to. This breakout is not working in my favor right now, but I watched this whole video. Um, I followed both of the Welsh brothers on Instagram, and they uh, who was it? It's talking about like retouching, like real time retouching. in videos and shorts and stuff. And I just, I don't do that for, I mean, for many reasons, but I just don't ever want to do makeup and have someone hire me and think that that's how they're gonna look. And I can't deliver that because those aren't realistic results, you know, to like eliminate someone's pores like completely. Like, I don't ever want to promise things like that if I can't deliver things like that. And I can't get rid of pores on your face. So it's a little bit whiter than what, because like hers is like, you can tell it was like, this is a brush width. Um, but as we put the other colors on, I think that'll make a big difference. I'm so fair that even the lightest highlighter that I have right now is still a little bit, a wee bit not light enough. I could lighten it with white, but I'm not gonna do that because I don't feel like it's the look is needing that. She has a very angular face, and I think one of the things that would elevate this look for my face is having some cool toned powder on, using it as contour. So this is the dark shade of the Lunatic Cosmetic Labs single contour. Um, and this is the color Dark Cool. So I wanted something like extreme. And so I'm going to kind of pat it. And she has some roundness here. So I don't want to kind of cut and do like the angles that I normally do. She still has a roundness and to her face, but her jaw is a lot like tinier and kind of inset like this. So I'm gonna kind of look straight forward ish as I place things. So I'm kind of trying to get the shape that she has, and then I can see it from the side. So I'm kind of minimizing in this area, and then I'm not minimizing in the cheek area so that it still has the volume. Well, I, I think I missed this whole part of my face, but I did I put powder over my foundation? No, I didn't. My head is in the clouds. Better than up my ass, I guess, but okay. Well, I just did not put my setting powder on, but okay. So we're just gonna kind of do things way out of order today because someone's not paying attention, and that person is me. And then she has very, like, basically her chin and jawline goes like this, which there's only so much I can do to erase this part of my face. I can make it look a little bit tinier, but over like on the side, we can see it really obvious what is happening. So it helps a little bit visually, but there's only so much. I'm gonna set my face, and maybe have to come in back in with the contour, but I Whoopsies. Okay, so I'm gonna use my powder. I'm still kind of like I've been looking at other powders that are talc free, but I'm not sure how I want to go about certain things because talc is really good at absorbing oil, and it does help me with my issues of having difficulty keeping my makeup on, which you've all seen time and time again of me not being able to keep my makeup on. So it's not, a lot of people are seeking talc-free formulas, understandably so, and that is someone's personal choice. But I'm thinking I might try the Milani Conceal and Perfect powder because I really do like a lot of the Milani Conceal and Perfect products, as we've seen again. Um, so, um, let's see. Careful over the top of those brows. Every time I see her look, I'm like, oh, yeah, I could shave my eyebrows off. Honestly, and also, to be honest, one, she is one of the people who, when I see her makeup looks, I'm like, why did I put her makeup looks in something that I think that I could do? Because I think she is such a talented, such a um, insanely inspiring creative to watch work and watch what she tries next. That that thinking of trying to do something like her is wild. Okay, so there is, if we look, I'll have the picture up actually. Um, so there is blue and then there's yellow and then it kind of goes into this like red blush. So I'm gonna focus on getting the shape with the blue and all of those colors first, because then the black is really what's going to shape everything. Um, and then that lip color, I I hope that I can find something that works as well on me as that does on her. Um, I'm gonna redo my contour because I made a boo boo. It just needs like a little touch up. It's not completely gone from the translucent powder. Translucent powder. Um, but it is not as noticeable as it was before. Now, uh, my like I think that's how you pronounce her name because her tag is like Microsoft. It might be May. I'm really sorry. I've actually never heard anyone say her name out loud, so sorry. But so she has her head shaved, and so it's really, and then has tattoos in her hairline. So I don't really know how um, to do that, but I am gonna put a little bit of contour up here just for some color, and it looks like it's so hard to tell if that. I just think it would give the face a little bit more shape that I like. Okay, so I am going to learn from my mistake the other time that I did the squiggle, and I'm going to try to draw the beginning of the shape out with a eyeliner. I want it to be creamy. I want it to be blendable, and easy to move if I need to move it. So the first one is the L'Oreal Extra Intense Liquid Pencil Eyeliner. That makes no sense. Um, this one's sharpened weird, so don't ignore this lighter color. I tested another color first. So it places just fine. Trying to blend it, it kind of like it. Let me try it in another place because that's where I had foundation. Because I'm like, what the hell is going on? So trying to blend it out, it seems to blend not great, but not terribly. When I had concealer over here and it started to like pill up, and I was like, "What is happening?" But it sharpened like that, which is not cute. And while I can put uh, color over it, this is like a true blue that she has on top of her eyes. So this is a color. This is very creamy. This is a shimmer pencil in the Midnight from European Wax Center. I don't even know if they make this anymore. Um, this one blends out super easily. And I think color wise, it's definitely not bad. Um, this one is the Revlon High. Oh, I actually thought this was an Urban Decay pencil because it has the exact same cap. Like, exact same cap. Huh. So, this one is the color Teal Flash, the high dimension Revlon. So, this isn't exactly the color I want, but I think I could easily place the right color over it and get it, and it blends out the most seamlessly because the other ones you can see that you still see the line of the eyeliner, whereas this completely goes away super quickly. It's clear that they modeled it after the Urban Decay pencils. So this is the Urban Decay 24/7 pencils. These pencils are undoubtedly like one of the best, if not the best, eyeliner pencil ranges. This is the color LSD, and blending this one out just with my finger. I would say that it blends out maybe a little too much, but can be touched up easily. And it's way closer to the color of the actual and that might be good because if I mess up the shape then I can blend it out. So I'm actually gonna go with I'm gonna go with LSD, and I'm going to so with this look it doesn't so I'm looking at the eyelids and it looks like she did put some stuff on the eyelids later. Um, they're just covered up mostly by the lashes, but there is some blue on there. So it looks like she must have some blue shadow on her lids. But she's just like so stunning. It's kind of like looking into the sun. She's just too beautiful. You're too beautiful. And I hope when I say that it's not creepy when I okay. So um yeah, I'm gonna have to fix my nose contour. So I'm gonna go. and try to go like over. Yeah. Oh, I fucked that up. Okay. Because it kind of does go through this brow area and kind of flatten out with the shape of the brows. I think I think looking not in the mirror is actually more helpful. And then I'm going to try to blend with my finger. Keep in mind that my brows are glued down right here, which is going to make everything blend a little differently. I need to be more careful about um, disrupting the brow. And then I'm going to kind of darken up places that I want to try to pull attention so that I can hopefully distract from the fact that we went way too far up here. I was like, oh shit. And then kind of something similar on the other side so I can have the same level of stickiness. So now that I have that done, I'm actually going to take some clear eyelash or clear uh, eyeshadow uh, primer, and I'm going to kind of go over this area so that the uh, eyeshadow that I put on there will stick and be very vibrant. Okay, so I'm going to take a blue eyeshadow. Keep in mind that most blue eyeshadows, like if they are this vibrant, they are usually pretty powdery, in my experience. So make sure you're watching out for fallout, and tapping off any excess. So I'm using an angled liner brush, and then I'm using this to kind of place that edge. Now granted, a lot of this is going to be cleaned up with the black as well. However, this is going to give a good base, and we're going to just follow the shape that we created with okay, I think it kind of goes to like right over her pupils, that kind of area. So you can take a brush like this and kind of gently blend it up, which is one way to start that that blending process. You can also use a fluffy brush. You just want to be kind of gentle with it. this side is slightly different for some reason. Okay, now I'm going to get another brush for doing more blending. And then I'm going to, do I want to do the yellow first or the red first? I feel like the yellow should go second. So let me do the kind of blushy aspect as well. And let it kind of be tapering in for the nose area. Bring it in just a little bit. I don't feel like this side is even, but I don't have the same light, so I'm like, I think it's actually more even than I was giving it credit for. Okay, so hers is very, I feel like actually it does have a shape that comes in a little bit more like this. So put that. And then there's also that same blue, just a tiny little bit underneath the eye here. It's just a little bit, kind of exactly where if you drew like a line down, it would. But there's going to be this like big white triangle right there. So, okay. So, I'm going to get some blush. And I'm actually going to use a blush that I don't use often because I have it and I never use it. To prove how cyclical makeup and makeup trends are, I have a bright red cream blush. Um, it's a little black from using other products with it, but it doesn't even, I don't even know the name of the color anymore. It's like, it's bright red and it's like a moussey texture, very similar to like what a lot of other brands are doing right now. And this product like fell off the maps for years because no one wanted any product like this. It's just, you know, how it goes. Just gonna spin my brush in it, get off any like obvious moments of it not being the one. And then she has quite a bit of blush on her forehead. I was wiping off too much when I dabbed it off. But see, it's so bright red. This would be really good sunburn color. and I've had this for so long. And I mean, is it expired? Yes. But is it my face? Yes. So, but just like moussey blushes, cream blushes, all that stuff, like they put it out there, they tried something new, nobody used them. I got them because I was like a red blush, like this is great for people who have deeper skin tones. Um, and then nobody used them, so they stopped making them. But now they're making creams and liquids again because people are using them again. It's just the nature of the beast. So I don't feel the need to use eyeliner to make the yellow shape to define that. I feel like I can do it with shadow just fine because I kind of know where this is going, I think. So I'm going to uh, go in and start laying down that color. I might need to go back in with the eyeshadow primer to get things vibrant and sticking if they're kind of dried out at this point. And just like that other look that we did that had yellow, it's like the yellow kind of gets blended into pretty much everything because it blends so nicely into the skin. Now, in this area, it looks like there is bright orange, and I don't think it's from the blending of the yellow and the red. I think that there's purposefully placed orange, like bright color there. So, and it looks like she kind of brought it up here to kind of give like a almost like faux or like to kind of like exaggerate the brow bone, which I love. I think it's gorgeous. And this is pulled down a little bit more. Now, she used a lighter yellow than I used. Mine turned out to be a little bit more vibrant. So I'm going to go in with a kind of lighter, whiter color, and so that'll kind of tone down some of that yellow. Especially right here. I feel like, yeah, because right here it's not crazy bright, but it was a lot brighter down there. Well, I think with the black, it should be fine, and it's even enough. I am going to put that orange, an orange that's super bright, right here. I wanted that to be very, like right on the cheekbone. That to really pop. Blend that into the red a little bit too, so it doesn't look so out of place. Okay, so I'm gonna use the Kimchi Beauty liner, the felt tip one that I don't love because I don't love felt tips. And I'm gonna use this to start making the dots. Now, it looks like that the shape is almost supposed to be created by the dots. However, I think that it's kind of created the around a line. So actually, is this a brush tip or felt tip? It's felt tip. And so keep in mind that the lines don't have to be perfect because you're going to cover them in tons of dots. Um, I was also thinking about using a black liquid lipstick for this and a brush or a dotting tool. I don't have a dotting tool, but like if you're doing this, that might be something that you can do. And I'm not going into like the really defined shapes yet. I'm just going into like the kind of like um, general shape. So I'm going to thicken up the line and kind of even it out a little bit. And yes, I have shaky hands, and no, it's not because I'm nervous. So I just like it's just me. So in case you're wondering, because people are always wondering. So while off camera, I did this, but luckily there's gonna be dots around it, so you know, bonus. So I'm going to start dotting around. And keep in mind that some of the dots you want to be larger than others, so you can go over them kind of um, more than once. But also some you kind of want to be tiny and placed in certain places. So they're neighbors. Okay, so now that we have uh, that done, um, I am going to do the eyelids. Um, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start with putting a light blue on the lid. And I really don't think that the purpose of this is to pull focus. It's just to have like a little bit of something because it's supposed to be mostly like skin color. So I used my colorless eye primer for this. So a little bit kind of like garage doors, um, but gonna make it at least a little bit different. Um, because after this, we're gonna apply a shimmer on top. So it's nice and shimmery and pretty. And it'll kind of be the only thing on the face that's not matte. So it's gonna look so in movement and not in like straightaway pictures. You'll be able to see that. And then I'm taking this kind of like shimmery, like purpley pinky color, and I'm gonna apply that kind of as like a topper. To the blue to give it a little bit more depth and then a little bit more sparkle. Okay, so I'm going to put liner on. I'm not going to do anything really to wing it out because I'm gonna really just connect it to what's going on out here, and that will be it. So I'm gonna do my liner off camera, and then also after that, then we'll start all of this business. So I have the liner on the top. I used my normal gel liner and just connected it to the outside. And then for the shape in here, I'm going to be using some water-based liners. I'm using Ghostly and Amulet, which is split between the black and the kind of like bronzy color that Hollow Grave has. And I am going to make those shapes with water, and then I'm going to go over them with the Makeup of Murder uh, uh, Chemical X, because this helps. You can use it to seal over water-based makeup. It can't mix it with it, unfortunately, which I've tried several times. Keep forgetting that I can't do it, but okay. And I'm using water based because with the gel, because it's got a slightly drier consistency, it's going to have a little bit more drag in my under eye area, and it's going to skip and potentially not make the shape that I want. So with this, I can kind of just use the brush and hopefully let the brush do the talking. And it's water based, so if I really mess it up, I can use a Q-tip and clean it up. So I think that I am going to just gonna go for it. Oh man, this one's really messing up. My hand is so shaky right now. Okay, yeah, see, just not even in the same ballpark. So I'm gonna even this out. Just kind of however it needs to be. And then I'm going to grab a Q-tip that is wet, and I'm going to just kind of move things out of the way as I need them to be moved. Okay, so mostly what the Q-tips did was just remove the makeup that I had on underneath. So I did remove any of like the crazy extra makeup that I had, but I'm going to go in and I'm going to do the white. And then before sealing everything in, I'm going to go in with concealer and kind of cut the shape out that I want, so that I can get get what I want. Ta-da! Words. No. No, I tried to clean up the black with the white and it did not work. That was a failure. Okay, and go back in and clean up those black lines. This may blow up my face tremendously. You know what? I'm gonna wait until the white is like definitely dry to do that because I feel like watercolors, it could bleed into the other color and just be an unholy nightmare. And that's yeah. But I think so far, I think it's pretty decent. I don't feel like my dots look as good, but that's okay. And then I gotta put some lashes on, top and bottom, and then my lips. But that, I think, is a little bit of everything. So it's coming together. Something's happening. That was a terrible focus. There we go. I had to open it up just to close it because it's embarrassing. Okay, that looks pretty even, except for this part, which, also, I am getting like quite like oily. My room is very humid right now as well. Don't know why that is. It's quite rude. But my room is very humid, so that might be why. I'm just gonna say that that has anything to do with why some things are drying down differently on my face. I don't know. Um, I'm gonna get a concealer really quickly and clean up here where it took off my foundation, and then I'm also gonna really cut my nose like she did to have a really highlighted, brightened nose. So I'm gonna do that and come back. I'm not sure. Is this doing stuff I because it's sweaty and moist in here? It might be. Let me put this chemical X on it. This is a sealant, um, so it kind of seals in everything. And I've seen the person who made it. Oh God, it's making everything go away. Oh no, 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 no. I've never done this before. I'm having such a hard time using this product. Like I'm trying to love it, but like I'm having such a hard time using it because every time I use it, something different happens with it. It does not work at all like I like thought it would. Um, I I actually don't have words. That's pretty frustrating. Maybe because it was like partially wet again because it's very humid in my room. Luckily, I can put the white on top for now. It's not as stark white as it was before, but at least it's going on. Okay, that's we're that's gonna be good enough. And that's just gonna be good enough. Mhm, mhm. Yep. I'm pretty. Mm, I have feelings. I can't get this product to work for me, and that's very frustrating because I've watched her use it many times and seen good results with it. And is it because I'm using it with water-based liners and that's what it is? I don't know, but mm, mm. Okay. I need to do lashes, but I also need to do lips. So let me do lips really quickly. So she has a beige lip liner, and it looks like her natural lip tone coming through. So let me find some liners that might work for this. Okay, so I have some colors. My initial reaction is to try this color that is from Boutique, which I believe was also at Sally Beauty Supply. And this one is quite old, but the color is like this, and I think honestly, I think it's a perfect color. I don't think I need to try anything else because I don't think anything is even going to come close. I also did realize the other day when I was trying to look for a brown lip liner that I do have a Juvia's Place one in the color Cola with a K in the Luxe liner, just so I can show what it looks like. It's so smooth, and it looks like that, so a nice true brown. Um, but I'm going to use this color, and I'm going to um, also I'm going to fill in my lips. Well, I guess I could just do that now, can't I? Now, she looks like she overlines a little bit, and she does have quite a bit, like her lower lip shape is quite a bit different than mine, so I'm going to try to mimic that shape and see if I can make that work because I've never actually gone quite for that particular lower lip shape. Usually I do a lot of shaping on the upper lip and just kind of like let the lower lip kind of match. So this should be fun. The thing about over drawing your lips, for the first several times you do it, you're gonna feel like you look ridiculous. You might actually look ridiculous. Um, but that's okay, because it's just makeup. So I did overdraw my lips a little bit more than I normally do. She has very nice lips. My lips are very small. So I'm gonna start in the place where I overdraw my lower lip anyways. So right here, because I have to start that far down just because of the curvature of my lip. If I start any further up, you won't be able to see it. It will just totally disappear. It's going to point to it. Now, her lips kind of have this natural kind of like swoop to them. So Yeah, because her mouth is a lot flatter than mine. My mouth is fuller in the center and then pretty tiny on the sides, where she has volume kind of throughout. So I think that that's actually pretty good. It feels very different, but um, I am going to take this line and feather it in. So far, I had to go down below my natural lip line. I feel like I could actually go and touch up the sides a little bit with this brown. I feel like the top lip is not symmetrical and it's looking kind of wild. So I'm gonna blot a little bit of this lipstick because this is my natural lip color basically, and hopefully that'll kind of blend kind of like the seams of the more brown lip liner into what to look like something similar to what she has. I'm gonna put on some lip gloss and then I'm gonna look for some lashes because I really want to serve on the lashes. So, okay, so this is the final result. I don't know about the lashes. Honestly, I felt really good putting the top lashes on, and then I put the lower lashes on, and I was like, mm. And then I felt like I overdrew the lower lip a little bit, so I kind of softened the peaks a little bit, and I feel like that kind of leveled out my mouth a little bit because her mouth isn't like cartoony. So I think that this is the final look. I am pretty happy with it. I mean, there's obviously ways that it can be better, but I think overall it's not too bad. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you would like to see next. If you have any looks that you would like to see me create, let me know because that is super fun. We had some trial and error moments at this time, and as we usually do. But we got through it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you later. Bye.